Okay. So something happened to me recently, and I need to talk about it, because I have been walking around with this weird feeling for about 2 weeks now, and I cannot shake it.
Tell me.
So I got a raise, a big one, like the raise I have been chasing for 2 years. I hit every target. I stayed late. I did everything right. And when my manager told me, I smiled, I said thank you. Everyone congratulated me. My parents were proud. My friends took me out to dinner.
That sounds like a good day.
It should have been. But I went home that night and I sat on my couch, and I felt nothing, like, genuinely nothing. Not happy, not relieved, just hollow. And then this thought hit me that I have not been able to get rid of since. What if I climbed the wrong mountain? What if I have been optimizing for the wrong thing my entire adult life, and I do not even know what the right thing is?
Hmm.
And the worst part is, I cannot talk to anyone about it, because from the outside, everything looks perfect. I got the thing. How do you tell people you are miserable about getting exactly what you wanted?
You know what is interesting? You just described one of the oldest problems in philosophy, and I mean that literally because about 2,000 years ago, there was a man who had everything you could possibly want. Not just a raise, he had absolute power over the entire known world, and he sat down every night and wrote in his private journal about the exact same emptiness you are describing.
Wait, who?
Marcus Aurelius, the Emperor of Rome, the most powerful man in the ancient world. He commanded armies, he controlled the treasury. Kings bowed to him. He had wealth that would make modern billionaires look modest, and his private journal, a book we now call Meditations, is not about any of that. Not a single entry celebrates his power or his wealth.
So what is it about?
Character. Every page is about the struggle to be good, not great, not powerful, not famous. Good, he writes things like, if you can find anything in human life better than justice, truth, self-control, and courage, turn to it with all your heart. He is the Emperor of Rome, and he is reminding himself that none of the emperor stuff matters. The only thing that matters is who he is when no one is watching.
Oh my God, that is exactly how I feel like. I got the external thing and it did not change anything inside.
And here is why the Stoics had a term for things like money, status, promotions, fame. They called them preferred indifference, which is a strange phrase. But it is brilliant. It means these things are nice to have. You can prefer them. But they are indifferent to your actual well-being. They cannot make you good. They cannot make you fulfilled. They cannot give your life meaning.
Preferred indifference. So the raise is not bad. It is just not the point.
Exactly. The raise is fine. Enjoy it. But if you are looking at your bank account to tell you whether your life is meaningful, you are measuring altitude with the wrong instrument. Seneca, another great Stoic philosopher, put it even more directly. He wrote, "The only good is virtue. Everything else is just weather."
Everything else is just weather, well, okay. But what does virtue actually mean here? Because when I hear the word virtue, I think of, like, Sunday school. Be nice, do not lie. It sounds kind of basic.
That is a fair reaction, and you are right that the word has gotten watered down over the centuries. But the Stoics meant something very specific. They identified 4 cardinal virtues, 4 qualities that, together, define what it means to live a truly good life, and these are not vague feel-good ideas. They are sharp, practical tools.
Okay, I am ready. What are they?
The first is wisdom, and wisdom in the Stoic sense is not about being smart or knowing a lot of facts. It is about seeing things clearly, seeing reality as it actually is. Not as you wish it were for you. Wisdom would have been the ability to step back 2 years ago and ask, will this raise actually make me fulfilled? Or am I chasing it because everyone told me I should? Wisdom is choosing the right mountain to climb before you start climbing.
Choosing the right mountain to climb. That is exactly what I did not do. I just climbed the mountain that was in front of me.
And most people do. That is not a failure. That is just what happens when no one teaches you to ask the question. The second virtue is courage. And courage does not mean being fearless. It means doing what is right, even when it is risky, even when it is uncomfortable for you. Courage might mean having the honest conversation with yourself about what you actually want from your career. That is terrifying. It is much easier to just keep chasing the next raise.
Meh. Because if I actually sit down and ask myself what I want, I might not like the answer.
Exactly, and that is why it takes courage. The third virtue is justice, and this is the one people overlook. Justice in the Stoic sense is about how you treat other people. Especially when it is not required, especially when no one is watching. Marcus Aurelius believed justice was the most important of the four virtues. Because you do not live in isolation, your character is revealed in how you treat the people around you.
Okay, so for me, justice would be something like, how do I treat the colleague who did not get the raise? The one who worked just as hard as I did?
That is a perfect example. Justice is how you treat people when it costs you something, when there is no reward for being kind, when no one will know if you were generous or selfish. That is where your character lives.
And the fourth?
Temperance, self-control, knowing when enough is enough, and this one is especially relevant to your situation. You got a raise. Temperance is not letting that raise change your spending habits, not inflating your lifestyle to match your new salary, not using the extra money to fill the emptiness with things. Temperance is the discipline to say, I have enough, and mean it.
Oh, that hits hard. Because honestly, the first thing I did after the raise was start looking at apartments I could not afford before. Immediately, I did not even think about it.
And that is completely normal. That is what the world trains you to do. Get more, spend more, want more. The Stoics would say that cycle is a trap because there is always a bigger apartment, there is always a higher salary. If your fulfillment depends on the next thing, you will never arrive.
You will never arrive, okay? That just gave me chills, because that is exactly what it feels like. I keep arriving at these milestones and the finish line keeps moving.
And here is what I want you to hear. The emptiness you felt after the raise? That is not a bug, it is a signal. Your mind is telling you something important. It is telling you that you have been measuring your life by external metrics, salary, title, approval, and those metrics cannot measure what actually matters. The emptiness is not a sign that something is wrong with you, it is a sign that something is right with you. You are waking up.
The emptiness is not a bug, it is a signal. Oh my God, that completely changes how I think about it. I have been treating it like a problem, like something is broken, but you are saying it is actually my mind working correctly.
Your mind is working perfectly. It is doing exactly what it should do when you feed it achievements that do not align with your values. It is saying, this is not it. Keep looking.
Okay, so this connects to something bigger, right? Because I do not think I am the only one feeling this. I look around and I see so many people my age who have checked every box, the degree, the job, the salary, and they are miserable.
You are not the only one, not even close. There is a reason people are calling this a meaning crisis, an entire generation optimized for metrics. Grade point averages, follower counts, salary benchmarks, performance reviews, and nobody stopped to ask what the metrics were actually measuring. You can score a perfect 10 on every metric society gives you and still feel empty, because the metrics were never designed to measure what matters, they were designed to measure what is easy to count.
They were designed to measure what is easy to count, not what actually counts.
Exactly. And the Stoics figured this out 2,000 years ago. Marcus Aurelius had the highest score on every metric that existed in his world. Absolute power, unlimited wealth, universal fame, and he spent his private journal saying, none of this is the point. The point is virtue. The point is character. The point is who you are, not what you have. He was measuring altitude with the wrong instrument, his entire public life, and he knew it.
So if the Emperor of Rome needed daily reminders that power and wealth were not the point, I should probably cut myself some slack for being confused about a raise.
You should absolutely cut yourself some slack, and I want to give you something practical, something you can start today, because the Stoics were not just thinkers, they were practitioners. Epictetus said it best. What is the fruit of your doctrines? Tranquility, fearlessness, freedom. Philosophy is supposed to produce results you can feel.
Okay, give me something I can do.
I call it the virtue audit, and it is simple but powerful. For the next 3 evenings, at the end of your day, sit down for 5 minutes and review your day through the lens of the 4 virtues. Ask yourself 4 questions.
4 questions, one for each virtue?
Exactly. Question 1. For wisdom, did I see any situation more clearly today? Did I catch myself making an assumption and correct it? Did I pause before reacting? Question 2. For courage, did I do something difficult that was right? Did I have a hard conversation? Did I stand up for something even though it was uncomfortable?
Okay. And for justice and temperance?
Question 3. For justice, did I treat someone well when it was not required? Did I help someone when no one was watching? Did I consider how my actions affected the people around me? And question 4. For temperance, did I exercise self-control where I could have overindulged? Did I say no to something I did not need? Did I resist the urge to fill a void with a purchase or a distraction?
So I am not grading myself, I am just noticing.
Just noticing. This is not a scorecard. You are not trying to get a perfect score. You are training your attention. After 3 days, you will start to see patterns. You will notice which virtues come naturally to you and which ones you neglect. And here is the beautiful part. The days where you score highest on the virtue audit will be the days you feel most fulfilled, not because anything external changed, but because you were living according to what actually matters.
That is such a different way to measure a day. Instead of asking, what did I accomplish? You are asking, who was I?
Who was I? That is the Stoic question, and it is the only question that leads to lasting fulfillment.
Hey, quick pause before we wrap up. If you are enjoying this conversation, take a second to hit the like button. It really helps more people find Stoic wisdom. And if you have not subscribed yet, now is a great time. We genuinely read every single comment, so let us know what you are thinking. Okay, back to it. Okay, this one really hit me. Let me try to capture what we just uncovered.
Go ahead.
Number 1. The Stoics believed that virtue, not wealth, fame, or pleasure, is the only true good because it is the only thing entirely within your control and the only thing that cannot be taken from you. Number 2. The 4 cardinal virtues are wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Wisdom is choosing the right mountain to climb. Courage is doing what is right, even when it is risky. Justice is how you treat people, especially when no one is watching, and temperance is knowing when enough is enough. Number 3. External achievements feel empty, because they are what the Stoics called preferred indifference, nice to have, but not the source of a good life. The emptiness is not a bug, it is a signal. And number 4, Marcus Aurelius had everything. Absolute power, unlimited wealth, universal fame, and his private journal is entirely about the struggle to be good. If the Emperor of Rome needed daily reminders, so do we.
That was beautifully said, and I want to add one thing. The fact that you felt empty after the race, that is not weakness, that is wisdom waking up. You are already practicing the first virtue without even knowing it.
I think I needed to hear that. Thank you.
Start the virtue audit tonight, 3 days, 5 minutes, and see what you notice.
If this episode changed how you think about success and fulfillment, follow Stoicism mentality wherever you are listening. We will see you in the next one.